Hello, I would like to know why you do not want to have children.
Speak up. They can't hear you.
I want to know why you do not want to have children.
Now, is this scripted?
No, this is not scripted. It's
I just
scripted.
met you, right?
Yes.
I don't know you from Adam.
We're in the pet care line.
We in Target.
In Target.
And this impromptu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we was just having a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you told me you had a son in college.
He just graduated.
He just graduated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you asked me why I didn't want to have kids. Now, why I don't want to have kids? Because when you have children, you have responsibilities. And then when you have kids, they're going to die. So why bring something into this world that's going to die anyway? That's basically the bottom line to it. But and also on top of that, I'm the type of person on my channel. I talk about organic portals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what an organic portal is?
I have some idea.
What's your idea of an organic portal?
An organic portal would be more like that's getting into new age, getting into moving on from one level or plane of existence to another. But I find your reasoning very interesting about death. Let's talk about death.
Well,
Why are you afraid of death?
I'm not
Let's just
afraid.
deal-
I'm not
let's just
afraid
deal
of
with
death. Actually, last night I did a video called "The Fear of Dying." I'm not afraid of death.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm a person who grew up out of the entrapment of the world. So there's no need for me.
Oh, stop. Define
The entrapment of the
that.
world?
Yeah, define that.
Well, what I define it as on my channel
Mm-hmm.
as the organic portal realm.
Uh-huh.
This whole thing, some people call it a matrix. I call it the organic portal realm. And what that means is we living in somebody else's thought.
Reality.
Yeah, somebody else's reality. Like the cart you sitting on right now,
Uh-huh.
somebody designed that.
Mm-hmm.
The money you spending to purchase every item that you about to get, that's somebody's idea. None of this stuff you're doing is your idea. Even your body structure from head to toe, your DNA, all your cells, that's your mother and your father. You are not of yourself. Every word that you're using to speak to me right now, that's somebody else's idea. So in this world, we just borrowed by somebody else. They can do whatever they want to with us. So with saying that, that's why I don't want to have a kid.
So you don't believe in God. Are you an atheist?
No, I'm not an atheist. I'm not an atheist. I don't have to believe in God because we teach that we know that God exists.
In what form and how?
He is, okay, God is consciousness.
Ah.
God is what's feeding into me right now, what's keeping me alive. It's like the heartbeat of the universe.
Mm.
It's the rhythm of the universe. That's what God is.
So to you, God is not a creator.
God,
You were not created in God.
God is a creator. You know,
As a force.
yes, God is a force, but you know what? God is also trapped inside of the organic portal realm. God, he's in the matrix as well. But see, the difference between God being in the matrix and us, we have him on the inside of us. So it's just like Jesus. He came to the world. He said that his father was in heaven, but he was in flesh. That's how it is. As long as we are in flesh and God is in us, God is in the matrix right along with us. So
Yeah, but when you are a believer, you believe that we can actually change your environment. I'll give you that we're not living in the world that we created.
okay.
I can give you that because understanding our environment and what has shaped us as a people, as Americans, as African Americans, there are world systems and world structures that are in
I'm not an
place.
African American.
Okay,
But keep going.
Well, being a human being.
A human being. That's better for me.
Being a human being.
Right.
Or being a human being with melanin. I can't pronounce
Melanin.
it. Yeah, melanin.
Yeah.
A person of color. Being a human being who is a person of color.
Right.
Or anybody.
Right.
Our government has shaped us.
True.
Our family has shaped us.
That's true.
Our culture has shaped us.
That's true.
Our where we live, I'm from North Carolina. The way I talk, I'm country and proud.
That's true. Okay.
But when you are a believer and you are filled with the Holy Ghost,
Mm-hmm.
we have the power to change our environment.
Okay.
It's called faith.
Right.
Calling those things that be not as though they were.
Okay.
And what it is that, and I can give you, and I completely agree with you that sometimes we are in a matrix where we are not. We can be controlled by world systems.
True.
Thought patterns.
True.
Ideologies. What's a Democrat? What's a Republican? What's an independent? Those
True.
are labels. But we have the power in us to change all of that.
Okay. Now, what are you getting at? That we have the power to change
I'm talking
the
about
system that we in?
Yes, sir.
Now,
We have the power to change our physical environment and our natural environment as well. Because we can speak. We have so much power in us when you are a believer. Because
True.
see, I don't believe that everyone that is created is God's child.
true. That's true.
I believe that we are all a creation of God, but I don't believe we are all His children. All of us
That's
cannot
true.
call Him Father.
That's true. We talk about that.
Yes, all of us cannot call Him Father.
That's true.
Because that implies a relationship,
Right.
right? So what I'm saying to you is that we can change our physical environment. We can change our supernatural environment. When you are a believer, when God is your Father, when
Speak up a little louder.
I'm sorry, when He indwells on the inside of you, you have supernatural power to actually change it.
Okay. Now,
Uh-huh.
we have supernatural power, but this is the thing. If you realize all of that,
Uh-huh.
it's like being in a building that's burning down.
Uh-huh.
If you escape from the building is still burning. Why would you have kids inside of a burning building?
Because when you have the power of God on the inside of you, you can command the fire to cease.
But this the
If
thing.
you believe. But
Okay.
if you believe.
You know how many people they got on the earth? It's 7 billion
Yes.
people. Since the beginning of time, man has not changed the problems in this world. And guess why? Guess why?
Because we
I
have
s-
free will.
It's not that. I spoke about this on this channel before. When presidents, when they run to be elected every 4 years, none of these presidents come in there and say, let's find a way to get rid of the money system. Because they don't do that, that means they are for promoting this world to stay how it's always been. Until a president come and say, let's promote a free life, free living, no money. We can do it, but the thing is, nobody is pushing or promoting that. So it's kind of like rhetoric when I hear it, when people saying we're going to change the world. And the thing is, it's more people against the truth than there is for the truth. So really, we always going to be behind the masses because it's more of them than us. This is the organic portal realm.
The
Most of
Bible-
these people don't have souls.
Yeah, the Bible says that the way is small, it's straight.
Yeah,
it's
the narrow is right.
It's narrow.
Right.
So, and you're absolutely correct when you talk about this world system, and it ain't going to change.
Right.
The Bible tells us that it ain't going to change.
Right.
Now, what we can, but what we are commanded to is help the widow,
Mhm.
help the poor,
Mhm.
care for the sick,
Mhm.
protect our children.
Mhm.
Those are things that we are commanded to do. If the church or people of faith, it don't even have to be Christian, it could be people of faith would stand up and say, we're going to take care of this.
Okay.
We're going to take care of that. Then it would change. But historically and biblically and scripturally, it has never happened.
Right. Right.
It has never, because people, we have free will. We have minds of our own. There is a sin mentality, mind. And a lot of people don't think about other people. We don't feel the pain of other people.
Right.
And I feel like if we could feel the pain of other people and the sorrow of other people, then we would be more apt to move.
Right. And this is why we teach. This is why I teach that we not here to save people. See, that's a false concept that people have been promoting. You were not born to go out and save people. If you do that, you'll waste your time. Like I don't.
Yeah, we're not saying.
Right. I don't go out of my way trying to save people. Even this channel I got, we're not out here trying to convince people of nothing. It's like it's a personal thing. You came in this world by yourself and you leaving by yourself. And that's why I stand on what I say. I'm not supposed to be. You're not supposed to. I mean, you can do it if you want. Everybody is not at that level where they know that you're not supposed to do that. So it's really a waste of time. And to have kids, when you think about it, like when you have children, look at the people who's having kids. Most of the ignorant people are having kids. You got most of these people. Listen, most of these people are mistakes. They accidents. Somebody went to the club, they got drunk, they just laid up and got pregnant. And I don't want to be a part of that because I know better, you know. And we talking about the Bible. The Bible say, to he that knows to do good and doeth not, to him it is sin. So it would be a sin for me to get a woman pregnant, to take my DNA and put it right back down in this hellhole.
And see, what you're saying is nothing that's new.
Now, one more thing. Did Jesus have a baby? No. And you know why he didn't? Because he knew the stuff that I was saying. He wasn't here to have children and things like that.
And what I would like to say to you is that what you're saying is nothing new. That's the entire book of Ecclesiastes. That it's all futile. We all gonna die. Ain't no point in doing nothing. Everything you just said is the entire book of Ecclesiastes. And he said that when it comes down to this, we got one issue: to serve God and love each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. Because it's all futile, it's all useless, and we're all gonna die at some point. What I would like to say to you is that
what?
You can still have children. It does not make a difference that your children are going to die. Raise them up.
See, the thing is, I don't want to do that because
and you don't have to.
I don't have
Look,
exactly.
Everybody is not called to be a parent.
Right.
Like everybody ain't called to be a mother.
Right. I think the ones who do that, who do become parents, they did it out of ignorance.
To become parents. And I would say this too. No one is an accident. If you were born, if you was birthed in this earth, you're supposed to be here.
You was tricked to be here, basically.
No, if you are here,
you was tricked to be here.
You are supposed to be here.
True.
If you are not supposed to be here, then you will be aborted, miscarried. Something will happen to you in utero. Right. So I believe that every person walking this earth is supposed to be here. They have a divine purpose, a divine will, and a destiny. The problem is that the enemy comes in, and all of these systems that you're talking about corrupts, damages, destroys the good.
Now that's true to an extent. I'm gonna stop you right there. That's true to an extent, but some of these people, because we talk, what you saying is true to an extent. And while I'm gonna say that, I'm not going against what you were saying.
Right, go ahead.
We teach about 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, all the way up to 10/10 of a person. What that is, it means people have different soul percentages. So you might have a baby and they may be a 1/10. They have just 1/10 of a soul. So if they just got 1/10 of a soul, they're gonna serve the dark purpose. So some of these people, they born to be human prison bars. That's what we call it. Human prison bars are people who populate society, and their purpose is to keep people like myself in a box, to make us feel uncomfortable about saying things like this. Because I can't say this in a public venue because the people wouldn't accept it. That's why I got to do it on this YouTube channel. And by the way, the name of the channel is Left Side of the Brain. Left Side of the Brain. And you're going to see this video. I'm going to post it up today. And they may attack you in the comment section. Don't let it get to you. They may agree with you, but I'm going to tell you that's how they are. They very open-minded, because this is the corner of YouTube that's like, you know, get real deep and everything. But anyway, what's your name?
Maisa.
Maisa? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, young man.
Nice to meet you. So, I'm gonna conclude this. And by the way, you asked some very interesting questions. You actually surprised me. I didn't think you would be as sharp as you was. So that means you might be look like you about a 3/10. She looked like about a 3/10. So that's
what you're saying. I find very interesting because we're all born in sin.
True.
We're all born in sin. So
you know what I mean when they say we all born in sin? What I mean is we all born in a darkness, in a dark world. Cause the woman is the first prison. Even in the Bible, it says you know the scripture.
I don't know the scripture, but I kind of keep going.
It's a scripture in the Bible that says her womb is the matrix. The word matrix is in the Bible. So the woman is the first person to get you addicted to like lower appetites. You know what I mean by lower appetites? Like fleshly desires. Like a woman is the first one that gets you hooked on breast milk. When you was a spirit, you didn't have those earthly desires of eating and hunger, but when you are born, the woman is the first one to introduce you to material things before she introduces you to spiritual things. The first thing she put in your mouth is the breast. That's why we say on this channel, women are organic portals. Now, I say that, but guess what? I still got women followers and subscribers. Because I also say that some of these women, all women are organic portals, but some of them, depending on their father, some of them can get with the information without denying it. Because it's no denying that you are a portal into the organic portal realm.
And I disagree.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But understand this.
Fully, I disagree with you on that, because when I carried my children, I sang to them.
You sung to them?
I read to them.
You did all that.
I talked to them. I wrote them journals as I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And both of my kids knew my voice. When I had them and they were in the place where they had the babies, they were hollering and screaming. And they hollered and screamed so much to where they brought them into my room. And the minute I said, hey, they stopped and turned. They knew my voice. So I would say they knew me spiritually before they ever knew me physically. Because I also prayed for my children as well. Now, my first son was a surprise because, like you said, I had him. I was not married. My second daughter, my daughter, I had her when we were married. But my children knew me. I prayed for my kids. And in fact, when I found out that I was pregnant with my son, I was going to get an abortion. And I had called Planned Parenthood.
Wow.
And the night that I called Planned Parenthood to schedule my abortion, I had a vision of my son.
Wow.
And I saw him. I saw his face. I saw his eyes. I saw his nose. I saw his lips. And I said, oh my God, I can't do this.
Wow.
And I actually saw him. I was probably 2 weeks pregnant. I was 2 weeks late. And I had called Planned Parenthood because, see, I was a leader in my church. And
right.
Of course, guilt and shame. How can you be a leader in your church and then be pregnant and
right.
not be married?
Right.
So I was like, oh no, I have to have an abortion because it's going to destroy everything that's in my life.
Right.
And so, but in my first instinct was, I called Planned Parenthood. When I found out I was pregnant, I called Planned Parenthood. And I saw him. So I saw him before he even came out.
Wow.
So I don't know how that messed up your thing, but
that don't mess up anything because it don't mess up nothing because it's a true story. And my own self, I've had dreams about kids before they was born. Like my sister, I had a dream. Yeah. I got nieces and nephews. Awesome. And I'm not saying that a mother, is not spiritually connected to their child because the child is just a part of you. What I'm saying is, the child, you are the gateway into this realm.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying. And that don't mean you don't neglect your children, because of course you just said you love your children, you was praying for them. I'm just saying the female is the first one that gets them, attached to material things.
Oh yeah.
Because it's your biological nature, even when you're looking for a mate. When women look for men to date, it's your biological nature to seek out a man that can take care of you and provide for you. You see?
Because we expand stuff and make it grow. That's what we do. It's in our nature.
Oh, y'all hear that? She said,
yeah, we expand it and we make it grow.
Yeah. I think women, I don't think you make stuff grow as far as population, but I think females,
oh no, we
I think it's like that for weak men. Because most women, they for real, like I've seen in my life, most women who date men, it's usually men who something is wrong with them mentally. Like either they in prison and they got to go visit him. Like a man that's well put together, a woman feels like she has no relevance in his life. Because women, part of their nature is to nurture children. And a lot of times they get attracted to men who are mentally disabled. I don't mean like retarded, but something is wrong with them mentally. They pants sagging. You know, they and we talk about that. We call them male organic portals. And the females, they attract to these male organic portals because they know that with these male organic portals, they're going to produce more kids just like the father. And a lot of these women are organic portals. They get with organic portal males and they have these soulless babies, which leave people like myself surrounded by a population of what we call human prison bars. And that's when, you know, the people having babies, they become the enemy because they creating more and more human prison bars that have us entrapped. I'll give you the final word. You can say whatever. Take as much time you need.
I agree with you on that because when you got someone who is not whole, they're seeking someone else who is not whole too to fill a gap in themselves. So you got two broken, jacked up people coming together, and two broken, jacked up people going to produce broken, jacked up kids.
True.
Now, there are some whole people walking around. I believe it. I've seen them. I know them personally. And they are attracted to other whole people. Not every woman wants a wounded, broke man.
Mm-hmm.
They want a man that's already together.
Mm-hmm.
But they are already whole themselves. So they're not looking for a man that they got to fix because they're already whole in and of themselves. So I agree with you because I've seen it. Half people trying to come together to make a whole. No. You got to be whole in and of yourself already. I'm whole, you whole, together. We coming together. We going to do this thing. So, yeah.
That's your final word? Anything else you want to say?
That's it. I enjoyed talking to you.
All right, y'all. You heard it here first. This is Left Side of the Brain signing out. Another great interview. Peace.